The Speaker of Ugandan Parliament, Rebecca Litwala Kadaga, who is also the President of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, for a job well done.
The Right Honourable Rebecca Kadaga has been doing a lot in our country. And through the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association networks over the years. These efforts must be the reason we are hosting the CPC in Kampala today.
The chairperson of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, Emilia Monjowa, who is also the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly of Cameroon, described Kadaga as an inspiration to many women leaders under the Commonwealth.
Many of us have come in, we have entered, and there is still more space for women. Her strength and willingness to do so much come undoubtedly from your encouragement and goodwill of your government to encourage women and young girls to be at the forefront of decision-making in your country.
Monjowa says there cannot be development without the involvement of women.
Speaker Kadaga, I wish to thank you for being an inspiration to the younger generation of aspiring female politicians.
In her remarks, Speaker Rebecca Kadaga congratulated the Commonwealth women parliamentarians on making 30 years of great work, raising the voices of women in positions of authority, and for fostering gender mainstreaming in the membership and processes of legislatures. He thanked President Museveni for the support to CPA.
His Excellency Mr. Museveni, he has been a reliable partner to the Uganda Parliament because we have been able to host the CPA Africa region here in Uganda, the Conference of Speakers and Presiding Officers in Uganda, the Commonwealth Women Parliamentarians also came to Uganda, the 4th CPA Africa Youth Conference last year, but we are happy that we also hosted the Head of State Summit in 2007.
President Yoweri Museveni commended the support of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom, who is also the patron of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference.
When I met Her Majesty the Queen in 1987, I told her that the Commonwealth was an association of great potential. With a population of 2.4 billion people, it is the only international organization that I attend, and I do not have to put up with the inconvenience of translation through earphones.
Museveni called upon Commonwealth countries to peacefully work with all countries of the world, irrespective of their internal social systems, for mutual advantage and on the basis of respecting the sovereignty of each country. Bernard Yiga, UBC TV, Munyonyi.
You're welcome indeed.
Thank you, Bernard Yiga, for the update. Moving on in more stories, President Yoweri Museveni has clarified that crime preventers were created for two purposes. One is to work with the police in curbing crime and to act as reserve army, adding that the government couldn't turn them into employees because of the limited financial resources. He, however, assured them that government would help support them from where they are to improve on their welfare through savings and credit cooperatives organizations. President Yoweri Museveni was addressing crime preventers coordinators from various districts at Lugogo MTN Arena, where he also launched the National Wealth Creators Union. Details follow.
Members belonging to the Crime Preventers Group have held their annual general meeting where they reviewed their achievements and challenges. Blaise Kamgisha, the national coordinator, Crime Preventers Association, enumerates some of the achievements the group has registered since 2018. Recognizing the cordial relationship,
can assure you, can give you the word that just as those of 1 year here, we shall have a way to get ambassador who's already.
Continue to support them, because this is our
fallback position as UPDF, as a country, as UPDF, the stronger reserve they make, we are, the stronger security we give for our country.
However, government cannot afford enrolling them as full staff, but will continue supporting the great work they do.
We don't want more, and we are not able. So therefore, the great thing is to support them where they are. They live with their family, but you support them.
Job placements.
But if there are something watching live, and then they hear alarm that people are young vehicle.
The president was recognized for the numerous developmental projects.
That was the president of Uganda addressing crime prevent complete their cycles of education. Now this was revealed in the ongoing Deaf Awareness Week happening in Kisoro district.
St. Gertrude Vocational Girls Secondary School. Thursday, the Kisoro district-based school was filled to capacity with several stakeholders from the education sector and district authorities. The debate, motioned as sign language is important to all, lasted for more than 5 hours and is part of the activity.
Sign language enables the people to get jobs.
They are as equally important as the hearing persons. So we should not deny them their rights. We should help them live like with the hearing. So
building and constructing structures for the people who are the deaf, so that we incorporate them in our schools. For example, in this school, if we had a
Goya reporting for UBC.
The ruling National Resistance Movement flag bearer has won the Hoima by-election by more than 4,621 votes. According to now there were reports and counter-accusations of vote bribery and rigging by both camps. The seat fell vacant after the incumbent Topas Kahwa Biagira opted to represent the people of the newly created at the Tali Center in Kabong Community Hall. Nakwang was competing with FDC's Judith Adiaka Naliwe, who quit the electoral race over alleged limited support from her party against 1,692 votes gained by Adiaka. She told journalists that her priority...
Total number of valid votes cast for all candidates were 62,090. Msingi Harriet, who obtained the largest number of votes. For Hoima district.
Congratulations to Singe Harriet. In more news, Uganda is currently hosting slightly over 1.33 million refugees, and the numbers keep on increasing due to conflicts existing in neighboring countries, mainly South Sudan and DR Congo. This has impacted...
Desks were reduced by primary secondary only.
In some cases, these hastily built mud and reed dusty classrooms would be crammed with 200 pupils, with only one teacher quizzed among them. Funded development response to displacement impacts project, fondly known as Dr. Deep.
Originally 50 million, but with an added grant of 150 million. The project...
Agondeze recounts how, along with her fellow pupils, have been agonized by rain and wind in their...
The whole school community would rush to the church.
This was at the development response to displacement impacts project mid-term review with stakeholders at the Imperial Royal Hotel, Kampala.
We have built health centers, we have built classrooms, we have built schools, we have built staff quarters, we have done roads, we have done water sources, we have done quite a number of things to step up on the infrastructure requirements and the gaps that were identified as existing communities. So today,
Chegoga chairperson Kisoke Byamukama says refugees have cleared forests and wetlands in the area for agriculture, construction, firewood and timber. However, with the development response to displacement impacts project intervention, the district does not regret having been hosting refugees for over 50 years.
49. In 2017, we only had 6 classrooms, but now we have 12.
Government, through development response to displacement impacts project infrastructure
of health, education, water and environment, and roads. We have now access.
In all, the project has disbursed over 187 billion shillings in Ajumani, Moyo. This is in support for these districts that host refugees.
The refugees in Uganda, they live the luxurious living. The example is you can't prevent a refugee the way I'm.
Habimana Deo, reporting for UBC News, Kampala.
UBC Lunchtime News will take a short commercial break.
Masape from Airtel is back, and everyone, we mean everyone, gets a bonus. All you have to do, check your target, recharge, get 100% bonus on data and minutes. Dial star
1998. With a mission to drive the development of a robust communications sector in Uganda, we created structures to champion the dream. We've even for all. Down the years, we've created memories and networks, uniting generations and building great partnerships. Together, we can go even further. UCC, celebrating...
The Social Security Fund has declared an interest of 11% to the servers in the year ended 2018-2019. Now the interest is a 4%. Percentage points dropped from 2017 to 2018. The interest rate was announced by the Fund Matieka Saja at the ongoing NSSF annual meetings members meeting. Take a look.
This means that customers, mostly wholesalers, who bought directly from factories paid less by 2.6%.
Unfortunately, the market turned against us, but it doesn't mean that
and in the exercise of the powers conferred upon me by Section 35.2, clear that the fund will pay you a very competitive interest rate.
In more news, despite an increase of monthly prices of manufactured goods between July and August 2019 by 0.2%, annual producer indices for the year ending August 2019. For the construction sector, prices of paint decreased by 0.5%, cement by 3.4% due to competition by new market players. Roofing sheets also decreased by 1.0%. Sector indices for the period of August 2018 to August 2019 by Uganda Bureau of Statistics.
Customers, mostly wholesalers, who bought directly from factories paid less by 2.6% in the year ending August 2019 compared to August 2018 for the same basket of...
Because the most minimum definite unit. And this will include the timber, the paint, the PVC pipes,
the bank clay bricks, the cement, the bitumen, the labor, the equipment, and the
in the last 13 months. Now, the experimental vaccine manufactured by the US-based firm Johnson & Johnson will be introduced from mid-October in areas which do not have active Ebola transmission, the United Nations Health Agency said in a statement made on Monday.
Disease is not being actively transmitted. The current Merck vaccine being used proved effective in preventing the spread of the disease. But health experts recommended the introduction of another one.
The current vaccine, we are using a large population. So Johnson & Johnson, one of the advantages is we can use it for a large vaccination, and also it's for the prevention. It is preventive vaccine.
Among the communities. But some doctors have welcomed the introduction of the vaccine.
I am among many people from Eastern Korea.
The World Health Organization has denied its rationing the vaccine and said it's working hard to end the outbreak in the DRC. The WHO and the DRC Health Ministry
investments worth more than $600 million over the past year. The investments are largely in agriculture and construction sectors such as roads, bridges, power dams and industrial parks. The investment body puts the number of Chinese companies involved in key infrastructure projects at over 200.
The numbers for the Chinese investors
as another key area of interest for Chinese investors.
Because of government policy of value addition, most of them who come up for various investments, they are looking at adding value to either local raw materials, or even when they import their raw materials, they still add value in this country.
The investment also shows that India, Egypt, Mauritius, Pakistan and Turkey have also increased their share of investments in the country. There is no doubt that more investors are opening up shop, not just in Uganda, but the rest of Africa. However, the worry now is the high levels of poverty, which are negatively affecting the purchasing power of the local populations. Maintained a closed border with Uganda over political differences.
Those who had some loans that they had invested in the business are now facing it rough. The banks cannot understand what is happening.
It's more in the wider African region. This is expected to improve the region's economic performance and the welfare of its people.
In our sports news, Kampala Capital City Authority is that home advantage will play key part in this tie that is delicately poised at 0-0. But it calls for a studious approach against the Angolans that are also itching to make the group stages of the affluent CAF Champions League.
Very good match because these people are coming to attack, they know immediately. Especially for the coaches, it's going to be on the edge stuff. It's going to be all out attack. Don't be surprised when you at the end. I think we have enough. Given the
lunchtime news, that's all we had for you today. Please stay tuned for more programming coming your way. Have a lovely afternoon.
That chose another different path, and that's film. He's a director, an actor, and a producer. I call him a triple threat.
This weekend, on Chilling, producer and director of the movie Country of Men, premiering in October, Evan Kavma gets a rare experience of true African indulgence that blesses the body and soul at the award-winning Hammam Spa and Salon.
We are going to do quite a lot of things, but at the moment we are going to do the body scrub.
Okay.
Body scrub will make him feel nice, feel smooth, feel energetic, and some good blood circulation.
Every time you have a good outfit on you and then you walk on the runway, you can hear those screams that I can't scream. Right?
And your face has to stay
you have to stay focused. You understand? You don't need to show them like they're screaming at you. Some come and touch. You know those things.
I don't know.
You know
I
those
don't know.
things.
Much for watching UBC TV always, and of course on Christian Focus. This week you cannot miss, because we have one of the best, Reverend Father Edward Kabanda, all the way